Holy fucking shit. It's a crazy day. It's been an absolutely insane day in the news. McCree from Overwatch is getting a name change. The Flash isn't really a superhero movie, according to one of the cinematographers. We got an insanely unreasonable copyright claim and a bunch of other shit that we're going to be diving into very soon. And I'm not just joined by myself. Actually, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm joined by people today. I'm joined by multiple fucking people. We've got Jarbo here. We got Saggy, and we got RJ. We got a good line of people.
Expect everyone to pop in.
It's the fucking usual suspects added again again, except we're on a different fucking show this time. It's fucking crazy.
Cloud chasing now.
Yeah. I was expecting all three of you to show up. I was hoping like maybe just one of you would, but it's like no. Okay, we got all fucking three of you here right now. But
you caught me at a good time. You caught me usually during my nap time, but
yeah, that's
I know that sounds weird to say. My children are asleep.
Hey.
I think.
No, it's actually his nap time.
This is actually no. You'd be amazed. My kid's like, I don't want to go to bed. I'm like, I do. Like, get to sleep.
So I pulled a very interesting thing. I found this from RJ because RJ, I believe you posted
yeah. Well, I retweeted actually. I retweeted a quote tweet of it.
Okay.
Because I thought it was interesting, but also stupid at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know how I really feel about this statement because I get what the person is trying to say, like when they're saying this, but I also feel like it kind of devalues all that.
Well, I'm just tired of these people who are working on these movies being embarrassed by the fact that they're comic book films. Like, oh, it's not really a comic book movie; it's an actual film. It's like embrace what you are instead of like being ashamed of what you are. You know,
let's just admit there was quite a while where the highest grossing film was a comic book movie, and that's like an accomplishment that cannot be denied. So to act like it's not real cinema or to act like being a comic book movie makes it any less of a film, that's kind of what I have issue with in this type of statement.
I mean, it's good that the guy's being positive about the movie he's making, saying, "Oh, we're trying to make a great movie that has superheroes in it." That's something wrong in itself. I'm just tired of the people working on these movies being ashamed of what they're working on, where they don't want to call it a comic book movie.
That's what got us the costumes, quote unquote, in like the first X-Men movie. That time, I thought we were long past that stuff.
What were you expecting? Yellow spandex?
Yeah.
Wait, this is from like the Flash, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What the fuck do you expect? Come on.
I'm just saying, like,
come on. DC is killing itself.
But why are they embarrassed to call itself a comic book movie?
Because they want a real movie, RJ. Don't you know? I mean, come on.
Okay, Harley Quinn, calm down.
I
get it.
You guys did not hear how he said that, like Harley Quinn. Oh,
yeah.
Oh my goodness, Mr. J. Mr. J, you want a movie? You want a movie?
Oh, damn.
I'll give you a Mr. J job.
Oh my god, no,
it involves a potato.
No, I agree with Jarbo. This is they want to try to make this like illusion that their movies are separate, like it's not a comic book movie because they wanted just people to think of it as a movie. It's like no, but it's
they want you to think it's more special than it is. They want you to think it's high class cinema.
Exactly what Jarbo said. They want to make a movie, Mr. RJ. Okay, They want to make a movie.
Well, you know what this makes me think? It's just like they looked at the success of The Dark Knight and Joker and they completely misunderstand exactly, I feel like. They just don't really get it. Because this is a different type of character. You can't really have like a grounded film about the Flash in which he's traversing the goddamn multiverse, meaning a bunch of different Batman. I mean, is that really grounded? It's the furthest thing from it.
Yes, they actually consulted Stephen Hawking before he passed away about the multiverse theory, okay?
All right, yeah, that makes 100% sense. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. They went to Stephen Hawking's about the multiverse?
Yeah, before he died.
He was just fucking with him at that point. He's all like, if you go through the past, you can go back in time. And they're like, wow, really? And he's like, totally, you fucking chud. And then they're...
Oh my god, you ain't say.
What is with no? I can't with his voices tonight because it's like first the Harley Quinn, now he's like doing some kind of I am not a crook type.
Hold on, you want a Nixon? I'll do a Nixon. I am not a crook. What I was doing was like trying to do the robot. Hello, Saggy Melons. I'm like flapping I'm like hitting my lips. So to recreate the robot voice.
I need you to do this when you're on cam someday because this is very entertaining.
Oh my god. Anyway, we got people in the chat. What's up? We got Sydney, we got Cerny, and we got J. Troy Doe, fucking member. We got Beardshire, we got Revolver Bernie. All you beautiful people, what's up? I hope you guys are having a fan-fucking-tastic evening.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the quote in the article, and it makes even less sense.
Okay, what's the full thing?
Okay, so I'll read it. It says, "The Flash movie is going great. I mean, it's a complex movie, and it's fantastic concept to bring in the generations of these kinds of comic books. But again, it's not really a comic book movie. It's not based in reality, but it's a much more kind of technically complex film. I think all the filmmakers are really keen that the technical complexity of the storytelling doesn't get in the way of just good quality filmmaking. Hopefully, I don't think it'll ever come across as a superhero movie. It'll come across as a movie, and that's what it is."
Oh my god!
I think that's the way these things need to go. We need to be making great films that happen as superheroes who have truthful characters behind them with all the character flaws that we find in humanity.
I feel like there's definitely some truth in that statement, but it's worded really pretentiously, and I don't know. I feel like it's going to turn off a lot of people who hear it.
I love the line, "It will come across as a film," and that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Wow, what a compliment. Like, seriously.
That to me is pretty funny because it's like, you know, they're basically trying to say like DC film fans aren't that smart.
They're trying to basically say like we don't want to make it a superhero movie. We're just gonna make a movie that has superheroes in it, but don't confuse it with the other stuff though. It's not that. We're different.
Right,
okay?
Don't do that. Yeah, we're totally different. Absolutely.
Yeah, this isn't your fucking granddad superhero film. Let's be honest.
No, this is for your uncle who was embarrassed to go see a Marvel movie with their nephews. Okay.
But after all these years, no one is embarrassed to go see the movie with their uncle anymore, right? Like no one cares. That's the whole point.
I just think it's like a weird flex. Like I don't know who they're trying to fool with this statement. It's like, dude, it's not the end of the world to just say yes, this is a comic book movie. A comic book movie is still a movie. The movie is in the title. Like it doesn't matter. You're literally just
the movie is in the motion of the pictures.
It feels like they're trying to like appeal, like at least from what the cinematographer is describing. It's like either there's a personal insecurity behind what he's saying that he doesn't want to be associated with making a comic book blockbuster, and he wants to actually say, no, I'm making a great film.
Well, then don't use comic book characters.
That sounds like Oscar bait to me, like that type of thing.
Well, I was gonna say, or it's them trying to reach out to the Nolan fans who like love that kind of style of films. Like, well, it's not like that. It's like it's a great film first. That just have to have certain characters in it.
It's insecurity because here's the thing: if you want to make a good movie, then stop making movies based on comic books. What happened to originality in Hollywood? It doesn't exist. So let's just not try to beat around the bush. If you're making movies that are based on something else, then if it's going to be a comic, it's a comic book movie. Suck it the fuck up. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb so soon.
No, it's fine. I say that every single time on my
this is fuck.
Jesus Christ.
I usually
hold on. Listen, hold on. No. You can say fuck, but just like the C word, they actually want you to like mark down in the self submission. They're like, did you say this? Have you read that? They're like, if you say the F slur, the C slur, the N slur, a lot of slurs, they're just like, you get like instantly demonetized. So it's like, but you can say fuck all you want pretty much after like the first 30 seconds.
Well, you can say fuck on cable TV now, so I think the FCC, YouTube needs to get on track with the FCC, man.
Well, it's not even, it's the advertisers. The advertisers come on in, and the advertisers are like, we only want our ads running on stuff that is deemed like TV PG to like TV 14. TV MA is too fucking risky, so the dildo commercials got to go elsewhere.
Have you gotten any of the fucking surveys in the YouTube studio where they've been like, give us some feedback on what we're doing right and wrong? I've actually done that once, and I was like, what you guys need to do is you need to like have more robust categories on YouTube. Basically, you have to have content be more curated. And I also think that you should be able to subscribe to a playlist and not necessarily a channel. I think that'd be a really good feature. More expansion on playlists and shit like that, so that people can tailor the content they watch more. That'd be way better for advertisers too. And I don't know why they haven't capitalized on that. It's still all in like one open space. It's not really categorized properly. Not that we can clearly see, at least. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any fucking sense. But
yeah.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
I was going to mention Revolver Burning brings up a great point. They already tried making an artistic comic book film. It was called Hulk, and it sucked balls.
Yeah, that's true.
That's going to be the Flash
I cannot-
movie. They're gonna have like the panels. They're gonna show like the panels and do the paneling style, cinematography, and all that junk.
Well, what's really funny about that too is the what was it? The Hulk. I remember I was in the room when Ang Lee said that at Comic-Con. Like, I can't do a comic book movie, but I could do a Greek tragedy. And like a lot of us film snobs at the time were like, "Wow, that sounds deep." And shit, and you're like, "Wow,
sounds deep.
I can't see the fucking ending of this movie." It's like I saw the movie Night when it dropped, and it was so difficult to see that final fight scene at the drive-in, and that
I never
you couldn't
understand
even.
that. I'm sorry, you're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out big time. Like,
but
most what you said.
Damn it!
But to leap off one thing that you did say, which I do agree with, I never understand like when the final fight scene in any movie or in the show, I guess, because I'm going to give an example of that too. I never understand when it's fucking dark. I liked Falcon the Winter Soldier well enough, but I hated the entire last episode. When you see him in the suit, which is supposed to be like the full fulfillment of what we got throughout that entire series, they didn't even show it during the daytime. Like, that was really weird to me.
They did show it in bright lighting at the beginning of the episode, right? With like the red and blue lighting and like the night sky with like the helicopter lights shining on it. But yeah,
but
a
like,
day shot would have been nice.
You know what's funny? Because I was talking about those fucking Hyundai ads, right? For What If. There's actually a Hyundai ad in which he's in the costume, in which he's in the fucking Captain America costume. And it's in broad daylight. That's like the best quality image. Isn't a fucking Hyundai ad that you can get as Captain America, Sam Wilson. It's really fucking shitty.
Speaking of other things that are shitty, let's talk about Blizzard.
Yeah, let's talk about fucking Blizzard because they've actually announced like a big series of changes, not just to not just these types of changes, but also to their game.
This is so goddamn stupid, dude.
This is so absolutely ridiculous. So one of the Overwatch heroes his name is going to end up being changed. They're going to do it somehow like through the story. I believe.
They're delaying some comic books, and we're going to rework the game to reflect what Overwatch actually is in terms of representation. Like, come on, dude.
It's just a bunch of fucking fluffy PR words for the most part. Like, you can tell that they don't care.
This does nothing. This doesn't fix the problem at Blizzard whatsoever.
This is called damage control.
100%. 100%. And that's the fucking thing. It's not. This is a real very token gesture in my opinion, but it does kind of go to show.
Why even name okay? So the name McCree came from an employee that got ousted for the sexual assault allegations in the Cosby photo. Why even name a character after an employee?
Exactly. And want to know what the craziest part is? You know what this character's name is? Jesse McCree. You know what the employee's name is? Jesse fucking McCree. They're the same name. They have the same exact name. It's not just his last name.
That?
I have no idea. They said they're going to stop doing that, which is good.
Yeah, they made in the announcement where they're going to change the name. Said going forward, we will no longer name our characters after any employees. Well, no, duh, you shouldn't be doing that.
I think that's good that they're not going to do that anymore, but it should have been something absolutely fucking obvious. And the only reason why they ever let it happen in the first place is because that I hate to use this fucking term because I don't know if it's entirely accurate, but that rock star culture that they had going on at Blizzard, where everyone thought that they were a fucking rock star just because they were a developer on this super successful game.
Okay, here's how they fix Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's pissed
They
off.
burn it.
No. You take the models. You sell them to Pornhub and make officially licensed Overwatch 3D porn.
Yeah, but they were taking down people.
They might have to after everything goes down.
They were issuing copyright claims and strikes on people who were doing Overwatch porn and shit like that, forcing them to take it down. Like
they'll make officially affiliated.
Do you guys hear how dumb this idea sounds with the porn stuff? Because they're in trouble because they were being inappropriate to women.
Wait, hold on though. But Saggy. But if you officially license it out, then it's like there's no harm, no foul. And the only thing that's going to be getting abused is some dude's dick.
You mean yours.
I didn't specify which dude.
Defeat the me.
All right. All I'm saying, if I see, I've seen some Mercy Rule 34. That's, woof.
Hey, listen. The ladies like, hey, Saggy, the ladies like it too. Some people into Tracer and Widowmaker. That shit.
Yes, Tracer's a lesbian.
Hold on. First of all, how dare all three of you men here ignoring friggin' May? Like, how dare you not acknowledge friggin' Queen Thickums from friggin' Overwatch? It's all about May, dude. Get out of here with this Widowmaker.
She's more
stuff.
she's a little too innocent. I think she's got that too much of an innocent face.
That's all the more reason why. She
Oh my
needs a
god,
good
how did it
deer
devolve into
friggin'
this?
mouth.
I should have known what it was like having the fucking Hollywood After Dark.
Have
crew
you
on
not seen May's like porn
jeez.
stuff?
Wait, hold on. I haven't played Overwatch in like 4 years. So who?
The ice character,
The
man.
ice character, yeah.
Hold
Oh,
on.
okay, yeah.
Hold on. Rule 34.
No!
May.
Yes,
What?
dude.
What? Hold on.
She's-
Overwatch May.
She's the thick
Rule
chick.
34.
Y'all are really
Um,
just being
She's
disrespectful.
thick.
Yes,
She's
y'all being
thick.
disrespectful. Y'all talk about Widowmaker and Tracer, all these skinny broads, but what about thick May, bro?
May's
May
cute
and
too.
all
People
her-
like her. Like, fucking like her.
Yeah.
I mean,
do
like,
that.
listen. You know, it's different strokes, different folks, right?
Oh my
No,
god,
no,
man.
it's
You
all
know
about-
what?
it's
No,
all about
listen.
May.
I'm just saying. It's like there are times when, like, right now, I'm looking at a photo of May with a gigantic penis.
Okay, all right.
Okay, stop looking up Fuda, please.
Someone
I was
asked-
not looking. I was
someone
looking at this is Rule 34.
I gotta address my chat. I gotta address my chat.
Oh my god.
Someone
Oh my
asked, "What's the name change gonna be?" We have
We
no
have
idea.
no
yet.
idea.
We have no idea.
They're gonna change his name to Joe the Cowboy. Okay, they're just
Joe
gonna
the
change his
Cowboy.
name to like
I heard
Cowboy
people
Man.
I heard people saying that his name's gonna be changed to Cosby, something less controversial, something a little bit less
That
controversial.
would be really
Cosby.
funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
Well, yeah,
really
well,
funny if they did
What's
that.
gonna happen when they announce the name change and it's somehow they find a way to make it controversial and cancelable?
Well, okay,
And
you know
that's
what?
gonna, like, we apologize again. We're just gonna not have any of the heroes have names. Just gonna,
I
like,
guarantee you that. I guarantee you they're gonna fuck it up. But here's a way that they could change it and have it not be controversial. He's a fucking outlaw, right? Outlaws change their fucking names all the time. They go by different student. Maybe his fucking real name is not even fucking Jesse McCree. There's their easy fucking out.
Well, wait
They
a
really
minute,
wanna
wait a
do it
minute.
that bad.
You
There
know
you go.
what's gonna
His
happen?
name is now Greg.
Well, I
Yeah.
have a question.
Hold on,
real
wait.
quick.
I gotta. Here's the thing. No one's even acknowledging the fact that there is a line, a voice line, in Overwatch where Sombra says something to McCree, and his response was, "I don't know what you've heard, but my name ain't Joel." So I
Joel.
think they were hinting that
Oh,
McCree's
shit.
name really isn't his name anyways, because that's just a name he goes by. But there is a hint that that's not actually his name. That his name might actually be Joel.
They're probably
Yeah,
gonna do that.
No,
if they
his
have any
name is
sense.
actually Joel Miller, and he's actually the same guy from The Last of Us.
You know what's crazy about this though is they're gonna have to record so many voice lines for
They are.
every
They're going to have to
character.
re-record basically like hundreds of dialogue lines.
Well,
Yep.
not really. They won't have to re-record. They won't have to re-record the lines that exist. They're just gonna delete them and make new lines because, like I said,
They're going to get rid of
McCree's not-
all the voice lines, all of them.
most likely because here's the thing. Again, McCree isn't his actual name. That's
I don't
not
think they're
his
gonna
name.
try his voice lines or anything like they're probably gonna keep the character the same except for the name. Do you really think like
They're just gonna look. Here's the thing. They're gonna rename him, and then everyone's gonna bitch and fit about it.
Yep.
And like then they're just probably gonna end up retiring the character.
But his
Because
name
once you
isn't
once
even-
you change the name,
McCree's
once you change look,
popular
once you
now.
change the name, yeet the character.
Yeah,
because
people have already been not calling him McCree. Like casters, like official tournament casters, have just been calling him the Cowboy.
for
So,
how long? For like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Pussies.
Well, oh my god. Well,
Just
well,
call him by. Just keep the name McCree, and you know what? He's a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy. Actually, he's a hero.
Then retcon him to be a bad guy.
Oh my God.
Must put a gigantic
No,
over the
no.
top fucking mustachioed evil.
It's not even his
snidely-
real name.
I've come to suck your
It's
dick.
not his real
yeah, and
name.
by the way, they can't.
Is
they
that your
cannot-
pickup line on Grinder?
Oh my god.
Listen, they can just do a story arc because again, Jesse McCree isn't his actual name. They literally have like voice clips between the characters where like they kind of hint that that's not even his real name anyways. So again, they could just go on and say
Yeah.
that he changed his name to whatever his name actually is, or even if they change his name,
Just change his name to Joel Mercer. Name after Matthew Mercer. There you go.
So
just,
there's
just
another
name
thing.
him
That,
RJ and make him spell.
oh my god. No, we're not doing that. We're not.
His
We're not doing.
ultimate is a giant stink bomb.
Jesus Christ. So I did want to bring this up too because this is not the only change being made. A lot like people are talking about this one predominantly, but I didn't even know that this was named after him. But there's a zone in World of Warcraft, a region called Makari, I never associated this with Jesse
Yeah,
McCree in my life.
there's McCree references in I think a lot of Blizzard games actually.
Yes, there is.
Wait, are you guys realistically suggesting that this could be the end of World of Warcraft?
No.
Damn
No. Oh my god, man. I wish. No, that game needs to end and like
I'll be honest. I think you're slowly witnessing the collapse of Activision Blizzard. Like from a company standpoint, they'll probably keep making games. I think you're witnessing the collapse of a lot of what was once Blizzard. And
Have you seen the rumors going around that Blizzard as like a brand will be dissolved and replaced with something called Insight?
I've heard stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah,
I think Blizzard as a name might go away.
Yeah, me too.
really
I
do.
agree.
Yeah,
their IPs.
I think Activision as a name could go away. I think it's gonna like they're just gonna like somehow merge it all into like something else.
Maybe if they do it like that, then
dude, they are not even advertising that Activision is the publisher behind the new Call of Duty.
Yeah,
but everyone knows that though.
I know they don't want Activision on the name of any of their upcoming games. They're hiding it.
Everyone knows that though. It's like it's so dumb. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. It's like, look, the lawsuit makes sense. There's some shit going on at Blizzard, but then this fucking really quick rebrand, sweep under the rug shit. I'm telling you, no one fucking cares. No one cares. None of the players.
The Activision shit, yeah.
The thing is, none of the players of Overwatch are going to give a fuck about like.
They just want Overwatch 2. They're like, where the hell is it?
Yeah, they want Overwatch 2. Fucking yeet McCree from Overwatch 2. Be done with the character. There you go. Problem solved.
You know the craziest part about this is like the people want not just Overwatch 2, but they want more Overwatch content. And they literally delayed some fucking content for this, right?
Yeah, they delayed comics that are going to be coming out.
Story okay. At least I thought it was for the game, but okay, at least that's
other stuff too. I think got delayed because they had to retool it because again, McCree. That's why they can't yeet McCree. He's an integral character. He's part of the main cast.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy,
and he's a big part of the meta gameplay too. So,
well, hey, listen, if they removed Cara Dune, they can remove McCree. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, get out! Get out! Dude,
what?
Get out! Do you stop it with your blasphemy?
Blasphemy! Oh my god!
Look, but I'm not wrong. These situations, man. Like, look, these situations are the stupidest damn things that are out there right now. Because all it is just like it's corporate overcorrection, which doesn't please anyone, and it makes them look like a bunch of cucked morons. And that's what they are. They're a bunch of cucked morons. I'm not saying like don't change up the internal structure of the company and fix what's wrong. Sure. But it's like this is a Band-Aid over a bullet wound is all it is. And it all it does is it distracts from what is the actual thing that needs to be done, which is changing up how things are run behind the scenes. Right,
yeah, like
but
on decolonizing the boomerang as an example.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ. Well, maybe it's a good thing they killed off the character then.
Can you send me this article in the thing in the chat in the DM group so I can talk about this tonight? Because
sure thing, man.
Who wrote this article? Who's this?
Mariana Salem
for junkie.com. Oh, yeah, you had to be high to write this.
Yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit on Hwad if you want as well. That'd be cool. But yeah, to just kind of to kind of give a fucking summary of where should I begin? Where should I fucking begin here? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Because apparently Jai Courtney made a statement on the character being controversial. So it says right here, Courtney's iteration of the character appeared in both the 2016 and 2021 Suicide Squad films, receiving praise from for the lovable larrikin humor he brought to the role that could have easily been a more cringe version of Crocodile Dundee. But early in the month on the Kylie and Jackie O show, Courtney spoke about he was initially reluctant to play Boomerang because of the character's racist origins. In the original comics,
why was he a racist character?
I don't know. Well, they get into this a little bit. In the original comics, he's kind of controversial. There's some pretty gnarly stuff, and it's very dated, very early 60s. So what they're talking about here, and the only thing I could find that this article actually cites for anything about the character being racist is apparently he used like the short form, which I didn't know was a slur until today, the short form for Aboriginals. I'm not going to say it because I guess it's a naughty word, but I didn't know it was a controversial word until just fucking recently, and it was only said.
Saggy can say it.
Oh my god! It was only said once.
Type in the chat. Make Saggy say it. There you go.
Oh my! No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fucking do that.
Sorry.
Cookie.
Sorry. That's close enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whatever that is. Jai went on to say that he took on the role in 2016 after seeing David Ayer's more modern and toned down take of the character, but does toning down Captain Boomerang's more overt racism make him less racist? Does it evolve the the character's racist and culturally appropriative origins? So basically, the argument they're trying to make here is that this character is racist because the Boomerang was invented by Aboriginals, and he himself is not Aboriginal.
Yeah, and they're saying that he wasn't created by Australian men. Or people who are indigenous. Yeah, okay.
And they later bring up the idea that this character could have been recasted as an Aboriginal, but even that apparently wouldn't be good enough because the character originally was like, here's the thing that it boils down to. A lot of these characters, a lot of the fucking comic book characters, they have dumbass fucking origins. If you go back to the fucking Golden Age and the Silver Age of comics,
it was like dumb central. It was them just being ridiculous and silly and over the top.
You're going to find a bunch of fucking crazy shit like that. And you know what? That's something that Australians say, and this character started off as just a fucking Australian stereotype. It was just what some Americans thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought that's what Americans thought that an Australian guy would be. Like, okay, let's make up the stupidest villain from Australia we could. It was either going to be a kangaroo man or a guy who used a boomerang. So the guy used a boomerang.
And instead of Kangaroo Jack, they went with this shit instead. Well, here's the fucking thing, right? It's like, that's the entire point I'm trying to make, is that characters evolve. They evolve the character for these films. So what's wrong with him? Like, what's wrong with evolving a character and moving them on and shit like that?
Well, I'm just surprised that Jai Courtney was hesitant about playing him, because he's Australian, right? So obviously that's why they looked to him to play the character, but I'm kind of surprised that even he was hesitant, said that the character is controversial over there and is kind of deemed as a racist character. I didn't know that.
You know what else they bring up in this fucking article that really pisses me off? They bring up that Batman is also like a technically doing cultural appropriation because his batarangs. Because he's got his fucking batarangs, right? That iconic fucking weapon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That iconic weapon, his calling card, is apparently a cultural appropriation because Aboriginals invented the boomerang. It's like, do you know how many people have used boomerangs before? Well, okay, I wonder who invented the bow and arrow. It could have been, I have no idea what fucking country it's from. Let's just say it's from Asia. Let's just say that the bow and arrow was invented in Asia. Does that mean that's cultural appropriation for anyone to use a fucking bow and arrow? I don't think so. It's a fucking tool. It's a weapon. It's something made by human beings. That's how you should fucking look at it. It's not like this character's waving around a fucking national flag or.
Well, it's not like they're freaking playing like Australian music as they're entering the battlefield or something weird. Or like,
it's not like they have a fucking didgeridoo or shit like that playing in the background. Exactly. Like,
right.
Oh, jeez.
Now that would be something.
Well, also, Captain Boomerang's a villain. Like, he's not meant to be like a good example of like high Australian authority.
What?
It's such a weird justification. It's like Captain Boomerang could come out there and just say the N-word like nonstop, and then RJ would be like, "No, but he's a villain, so I get it." You know.
Well, I'm just saying he's not a good guy.
I get it. He's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. Like, Captain Boomerang, and look. It's such a dumb thing. This is just somebody looking to get upset. It doesn't,
Well, apparently it's a thing in Australia I didn't know about.
Are people in Australia upset about Chanel's $2,000 boomerang?
Yeah, they are. Apparently they are. Apparently some indigenous Australians are upset about.
Yeah, don't mess with the Australians and their boomerangs, man. They're so protective over that stuff, man.
Wow, it's like a Dolce. What it like? Did boomerangs actually work?
Yeah, they were weapons back then, yeah.
If you throw them right, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Nunchucks. Nunchucks were originally weren't they meant to like beat rice?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Because nunchucks were not traditionally a ninja weapon. If I recall, it was villagers would use them. They use them to kind of like fight back against like marauders or something. So it's like size and like the weapons weren't traditionally. So yeah, people need to shut the fuck up.
You have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to thank for that.
Oh my god, are they going to come after the turtles now when they do that update next year?
Michelangelo culturally appropriates Asian people.
I've got something to blow your mind, Jarbo.
A non-Italian named Michelangelo. He's a turtle.
He's not Italian or Asian. What the hell?
The framing of the characters really helps, kind of like how it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia gets away with so much. That's a very good point. That is a very good point, Billy.
Well, it is also about, the thing is, dude, the characters in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the reason why they get away with so much is because they never win.
No, they always lose.
They always lose. Every episode, they end up right back where they were.
And that's why I think it's something fine for like Captain Boomerang in the Suicide Squad, because they're a bunch of losers, right?
It's like they're upset. Well, he's using a boomerang. Motherfuckers killed people. But a boomerang's your problem.
That's his biggest offense, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Weasel's killed like 27 children, right? And
but he didn't use boomerang, so he's totally fine on that front.
Wow, when you put it like
he
that.
He just, slaughtered children, but didn't culturally appropriate shit. This is the problem. Look, pretty much all of us here are pretty left leaning.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe not saggy, but that's a whole Boston thing. Wow.
Oh my God, Maggie. Matt's got this idea in his head that everyone in Massachusetts is fucking racist.
I don't think that everyone in Massachusetts is racist.
That's a cultural thing. That is a cultural thing.
No, shut up. Don't talk about our town. Listen, first of all, the only place in Massachusetts that had like the big, like in Boston at least I could say, that had a lot of racism back in the day was Southie. Now South Boston had a lot of like Italian and Irish people there. They were pretty racist, but as far as racism, ever since I've lived here, I've only experienced racism once, and it was from people who weren't even from the area. So I can honestly say we don't have a lot of racism. Dude, when the whole Black Lives Matter stuff happened and all the people were protesting, we had a protest here in my city. Like the majority of the people at the protest were white.
Yeah, same here.
Is it true or false that Boston has some of the most racist sports fans of all time?
No, they're not racist sports fans. They're
some of the Boston sports fans are really bad, though.
No. Here's the thing: they're bad when it comes to like opposing teams. Like they hate New York.
Yeah,
they hate New York, but it's not about race. It's just they're very passionate about their sports.
It's like when the Raiders were playing in San Diego back in the Super Bowl. I forget which year, like early 2000s. The fucking National Guard was on standby in case the Raiders won because of how bad the Raiders were. The Raiders fans were when it came to like public destruction. All right, so like, you know what, like it can go anyway. Any team is,
Wait a minute.
And everyone hates the fucking Dodgers. So that's just that too.
I didn't know this. The Washington Redskins just renamed themselves to the Washington Football Team.
Yeah. It's their temporary name until they find a suitable replacement. Yeah.
Okay, it's temporary. Okay, fine.
But they played an entire season using that name, though. The Washington Football Team.
The Washington Football Team.
That's kind of funny.
That's pretty fucking hilarious, actually. Jesus Christ. Okay, I want to read off this paragraph. This is the one I was really looking for. The creator's apathy and total lack of respect for Aboriginal cultures is also visible in the total absence of acknowledgement for the boomerang's significance within Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures. In the comics, Captain Boomerang's skill with boomerangs is not even one learned from Aboriginal people. What, that would have made it okay? That would have made it okay? Alright, whatever. But a hobby he picked up to channel the anger he felt towards his abusive parents. Oh. Wow,
okay.
That's pretty real. First Nations peoples are never acknowledged as the Boomerang's creators, nor acknowledged by Captain Boomerang himself beyond the use of slurs. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
So what you're saying is the character was racist.
Yeah, yes.
Like, okay. And don't get me wrong. It's like, that's, like not a good thing. Shouldn't do that. But if they what do they want him to do in the movie? Like pay reparations? Like I don't know what do they want?
I don't know. They probably want him to be played by an Aborigine actor.
No, they
origins
didn't.
Come. I mean, like they changed the origins to where he's like a descendant of Aborigines and was taught the way to use the boomerang.
And then turn to a life of crime. I mean, isn't that more racist?
I don't know.
If you take an Aboriginal, First Nations, I don't even know the correct terminology.
Great Aboriginal fucking representation there.
Yeah, it's like we want positive Aboriginal representation. Okay, so we're gonna take this villain and we're gonna give him a boomerang. That way, it's culturally appropriate.
Here's what you do: you just change his weapon. Instead of throwing boomerangs, he throws rocks at people.
So what? So what do they call him? The Uniboulder?
No, let's call him Captain Boulder.
Look at this at the very end.
Man, that's my name.
And it's a trope us black fellas are tired of seeing, especially when kick-ass black superheroes like this guy exist. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples are the oldest living culture in the world. Our tools are not toys, gimmicks, or punchlines. They're part of a culture and history that is. Yeah, they consistently don't they don't say the word black. They say like black without a C. Is that a thing?
Yeah. So wait, could you scroll? I want to read about the author real quick.
Oh yeah, okay. Sure.
Mariana Salim, she is a proud Wanaria and Lebanese Australian writer, critic, teacher, and podcaster. She seems very woke reading that, which is fine. Yeah. But I mean,
like that's not inherently fucking bad. But this was clearly gone into with a clear agenda, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, it's very, very much a clear agenda on that one, and that's what's always really funny with me. Is like because it's like as much as I'm all for like progressive politics and everything else, I just laugh my ass off at this kind of stuff because it's nitpicking for the sake of nitpicking.
Exactly, there are just greater to get clicks and views, right?
Yeah, like it's like why not find a way to somehow tie in like the bombing of Suicide Squad to like I don't know the Kabul airport or some shit like that. At least that is something that's on point. What? It's something
I'm gonna
that's
get fucking demonized because of that.
That's like I didn't make it 9/11.
It happened many weeks later though, Jarbo.
Wait, I didn't say anything.
I'm not saying the two.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it happened weeks later. Suicide Squad came out. Okay, and then it bombed, and then America pulled out, and the forces were so upset at the bombing of Suicide Squad that the Taliban was all like, Boomerang gets no respect. All right. Why bring in Weasel to kill him a few minutes into the movie? TDK did nothing. TDK could have been the Taliban kid. Could have called him the Taliban kid. Did nothing. And then from there, they all just, I'm just saying, it's like,
Jesus Christ.
No, the absurdity of what I'm saying is all about how the framing is the same exact nonsense people like the Quartering do.
Yes, exactly.
And like the Phantom Menace does. It's the same. It's horseshoe theory is all it is. Exactly. There is no actual, if you look at what she said in the article, there is very little criticism about the character itself. It's about how the character is portrayed. And fine, that maybe, but it's like, look at the way that Jai Courtney portrayed him on screen. If he was aware of the character's past and they chose to not go into any of that stuff, because there wasn't much character
he was basically the comic relief.
Yeah, exactly. There wasn't much to him.
And like that's all it is. But people just get so worked up over everything.
Well, it kind of reminds you of the whole Aquafina thing that's kind of blown up over the past few weeks about black people basically trying to cancel her by saying that she's appropriating black culture in her comedy and through the black set thing, right? Where they're trying to go after Aquafina and get her canceled, and a lot of black people are blaming her for why black and Asian race relations are so bad right now. People are blaming.
We can't blame one person for that. Are you?
Well, no,
serious?
Like I'm not even joking. People legitimately blame her for a big reason why there's tension between those two racial groups. I'm not joking. And a lot of black people at this point are boycotting Shang-Chi because they're like, I don't want to support these Asian people who appropriate black culture.
So there is actually like this is the thing no one ever talks about is like everyone always goes like, like white supremacy, that's definitely a problem. But you do have pockets of like, black culture, Latino culture, Asian culture that all fucking hate each other.
Racism
and that's
is
not
bad.
It's bad, and it exists in like the small, in like the minority groups. They dislike a lot, and you'll see this, but it never, ever, 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 ever gets talked about, like ever. It's just like it exists. I've seen it. I've overheard people of different ethnicities very much deriding other people of different ethnicities, and it's like, goddamn, guys, calm down. I'm
mixed race, and I've gotten racism aimed towards me towards the two races I'm mixed with. So figure that. Yeah. Like,
wait, at the same time? Like at the same time?
Oh no, that would be.
Let's be fair. That would have kind of been cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would have kind of been hot, but that's
it's like you're not even. It's not even that you're angry. You're just kind of impressed they made it work.
Yeah,
square peg round hole. Like, all right,
effort.
Yeah, at least you put some thought behind it.
Because you know they have to both be different types of racists, right? So for them to collaborate on something like that. No, seriously, like they have
No,
to.
I get it.
Yeah, by the way,
We're
just
gonna get in so much trouble for joking around. I feel like
I know.
I'm
By
at
the
the
way,
point
Beard-
now where I'm so afraid to make certain jokes because I'm just gonna get busted.
You've already been canceled once, Jarbo. A second time.
I know, but I'm trying to rebuild, and I just don't need. They'll be like, "Oh, you're making like Kabul airport jokes," and I'm all like, "Better than 9/11."
It is.
Jesus.
It is.
I mean, I'm not the one saying that Suicide Squad did 9/11. Someone in your chat is.
Aw.
Oh my god.
So who's the
Super-
horrible person here?
Superinhuman says, I can't believe Captain Boomerang robbed a bank and said, I hate black people, and I'm using a boomerang because I hate minorities. Yeah, no, that was a terrible fucking part of the movie. I can't believe David Ayer thought that was okay. That was
I know. I can't believe it. And they doubled down on that in James Gunn's film where he actually killed a bunch of Aborigines in front of children.
Yeah.
Like, really screwed up stuff, man.
That was really messed up.
No, to answer Beardshire's question, Aquafina is Chinese and Korean. Her dad was Chinese, her mother was Korean.
Oh, okay.
So
I was talking this whole time and no one heard me. Wow.
Oh my god, Zach.
yeah, because you were muted. You were muted.
I didn't realize I was still muted. I was sitting there like talking the whole time. I'm like, wait.
We would not have talked over
Doesn't
you.
it pop up a notification at the top of your screen that you're muted though? How does that happen?
I just saw it now. It just popped up now.
Oh my god,
Zach.
Zach.
I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Why is nobody hearing my funny jokes here? What the hell?
Oh man, all right. What was your satire on this? Like, what do you have to say on this? Because I actually wanted to get your whole take on this whole situation.
I mean, they really wanted people to know that Captain Boomerang was a bad guy. So it kind of makes sense. But I mean, I don't know. I think
they probably just didn't put much thought into it because, like, the word that they are saying as a slur is something that has been, like, generically said by Australians in media for decades. They might not have even known that it was, like, a slur towards people.
Well, this is the thing, is that there are a lot of terms that have been used, and I've seen it before in Apex Legends. There was a character that, voice lines where one character says to the other who is Korean, and he calls him a street rat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Whoa, you can't call him that!" And I'm like, "Why? What's the big deal?" Like in Aladdin, they called him a street rat and stuff. Like, what's the big deal?
Oh yeah,
and they're like, that's a racist term for Asian people. And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Well, I've never heard that before.
Right, I haven't either. But apparently, when you look it up, I guess it is. But at the same time, it's like, how are people supposed to know that? If you're not from that country, how are you supposed to know? Every country has their form of racial slurs that they say, or racist sayings about specific people. How do we know that if we're not from those countries?
For example, like in the UK, you can't say the word spaz, but it's perfectly fine in the United States because it doesn't mean what it means in the UK. So there's other examples like that too, where words have different meanings depending on where you are. Not everything's a slur.
Last time I was on your stream, we talked about a town called Fuck.
Oh yeah, fucking, which was renamed to fugging. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, certain words in different parts of the world don't mean the same thing. So the problem is, people find a reason to be offended, and it's like, okay, cool, but we're not in Australia. This is not like, if I could see if this was being shown in Australia and it was going to be offensive, sure, but like, people out here aren't going to understand the reference. Like, if it wasn't meant to be a racist slur or term, I don't get it. It's just people nitpicking and finding reasons to be like, we got to cancel this because
exactly. And you got to look at people's intention. That's a thing that a lot of people forget these days, especially people who are trying to do outrage shit like this, like the quartering, and like people on the left who do the same fucking bullshit. It's all the fucking same shit. It's all one and the same. It's just outrage for clicks and views. Just trying to, find something that you can wake up to every single day and be pissed off about. Oh, there's a new Suicide Squad movie. Yeah. Which character can I find and find that?
Well, speaking of quartering, I don't know if you saw this, but the dude's been getting absolutely blasted, made fun of on social media for complaining about the Cowboy Bebop lady.
Really?
Oh God! Oh my! Everyone is like my Twitter mentions today are just full of like a bunch of lonely guys who've never actually interacted with a pair of real life breasts complaining about how they're not getting to see like Faye in 4K.
Oh my God. Oh my god, dude! I had people last night on Max's stream like, "You're not a real fan of anime." I'm like, "You're not a real fucking fan of anime if you don't understand that even in Japan they change the costumes for women so they're less provocative." Like, I don't understand why it's a big freaking deal. Like, sorry, you're
But
not gonna
saggy.
get.
It's Western. It's Netflix. Western bad.
Who
Western
cares?
censorship.
Who
SJW.
cares?
Saggy.
Who
SJW.
I'm just gonna say it, and
Oh, bro.
this is a hot take, but I gotta say it. Anime is gonna destroy the West. Okay, it's obviously created a group of people
Goodbye.
that
Goodbye, Jarbo.
can't handle
There's gonna be like 5 people in the chat who are like, boost.
boost.
I don't
about-
understand. I don't get that. It's just another form of entertainment. It's not.
It's
like saying
weeb shit.
com-
It's weeb shit.
that's-
It's
that's
weeb
like-
shit.
Oh my
That's
god!
like-
Stop,
Wait,
Jarbo.
It's weeb shit. Okay, hold on. If you know what, like,
did Akira Kurosawa movies destroy the West? No, they influenced Western cinema. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
hold
did.
on, hold on.
Movies kill
Bigger
Western
brain.
society. No, they didn't.
No. Hold on, Jarbo. Pause. No, don't. Yeah, he's laughing because here's the thing: Star Wars, Star Trek, cult followings. They were just as popular and rising in fandom as anime is. So miss me with this. Anime is gonna ruin.
This is like when people
miss
blame
me with
Dungeons
the
and
Jarbo.
Dragons for the collapse of Western society.
Yeah.
no, I don't
Jarbo
blame
again.
Dungeons and Dragons for. I think Dungeons and Dragons and Star Trek and Star Wars very much inspired imagination and
You know what?
inspired storytelling.
Well, maybe
Anime
anime's
is just
doing the
like,
same thing.
yo, let me fap to
Star
some
Wars was
titties.
inspired by
I couldn't
Japan.
disagree more. Anime has actually inspired some of the best Western cartoons that there have ever been, like, to ever exist.
Oh, Western
ever.
cinema.
Such
too.
as-
Anime has
Western
inspired
cinema.
entertainment.
Avatar: The Last
What do you
Airbender,
mean?
one of the greatest fucking cartoons ever made.
Overrated.
No,
Oh,
oh
pause.
my!
He hasn't
Wait,
watched
pause,
it. He
pause,
The
hasn't
pause.
watched
movie, the movie was good
Jarbo.
though. The movie was good. I'll give it the movie.
Jarbo.
The movie
Are
was
you-
pretty decent.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
The M. Night
No,
Shyamalan film.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
like-
$70 million in its opening weekend, just
you
pretty good for
liked
2010.
the fucking M. Night Shyamalan.
It was, yeah, it was fine. It
Jarbo,
was a
did you
fine
like The
movie.
Matrix? Didn't you just
That
talk
was
about
terrible.
The Matrix?
Yeah, I like The Matrix.
You like The
It was
Matrix?
terrible.
Are you going to sit there and try to say that it's ripped off of Ghost in the Shell?
No, it's 100% inspired by Ghost in the Shell. The creators.
Oh,
of
but
that
gee,
movie
Ghost in
literally
the
said
Shell
it
ripped
was.
off Blade Runner.
But
Oh.
Well, hold on. But a lot of the elements from Ghost in the Shell was prominent in Matrix, and they even confirmed that they got their inspiration from the.
Yes, but
Ghost in the Shell
was a
rip-off
of Blade Runner.
I don't care. But why did they say Blade Runner?
Blade
then?
Runner was a 1982 Ridley Scott film that was a
I don't care, bro.
cyberpunk film
I don't care.
in America.
A lot of shows we have. A lot of.
Oh
Did
my
you like
God.
Pacific
Ghost in
Rim?
the Shell
Did you like
is
Pacific
guilty
Rim?
of Western
Did you like
appropriation.
Pacific Rim?
I like Pacific Rim Job.
Oh my
Like
god!
Did you like
That-
Pacific
hey,
Rim?
That was a me joke. That was a fucking
No,
me
seriously.
joke.
I know. I need to know.
Yeah,
Jarbo,
no,
did you like
yes, I liked Pacific Rim. I understand the robots
Based
versus
on anime.
kaiju aspect of it. Yeah, no,
Yes.
it's not. Well,
Eva-
yes, it's
Neon
inspired.
Genesis
Yes, I know
Evangelion.
exactly. I know
Well,
exactly
stop.
what I don't like. I will say this though. I don't like Evangelion though. Evangelion.
Evangelion.
I don't like Evangelion. I've never liked Evangelion. I thought it was
You don't
boring.
understand it.
I thought it was boring and dry and like I don't care. Like what?
That's-
Like
that's
Osaka?
fair
That was a
criticism.
chick, right?
It's
Is that
fair.
the
That's
Asuka. It's Asuka.
Asuka? Isn't it true? Like the guy becomes Shinji, right? That's the main guy in the thing.
Shit.
Oh,
Doesn't
man.
he?
It was rough and it was coarse and it gets everywhere. You sound like Anakin right now. You sound
Doesn't
like
it?
Anakin.
No, but like, doesn't he bring Asuka back just to like kill her again, or like rape her
Dude,
or something? There's some
no,
weird
no,
sex shit
no.
in that.
No.
No,
He
jerks off-
masturbate.
he jerks
Yeah,
off to her while
he
she's
jerks off
unconscious.
over comatose body. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So
now
let's
look.
talk about degeneracy for a moment. And I'm not a degenerate individual here, but I'm
you
also
are.
not
Yo,
like
wait,
no.
wait,
I mean,
no.
I mean, like I have my moments of degeneracy. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like you guys are like, oh no, that was like a great anime. Like I just peed off over a comatose chick. Like,
Wait, no, he admits
Oh,
that
I'm
he
sorry.
was fucked up.
We've had.
He admits
we've
that he
had
was
worse,
fucked up.
We have worse.
does
things
that make it
happen
all right?
here.
Like, where's the Me Too of Shinji
No,
on this
no,
one, or whatever the
hold
guy's
on.
name is, right? Like,
You already got
Why-
canceled.
You're triggering the chat now too, bro. Look at this. This is awful, Jarbo.
Yeah. Everyone's like, bro, no.
I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna hold people accountable for their actions, right? Shouldn't we be holding that character accountable for like sexually assaulting Asuka? Because that's sexual assault right there. She's unable to give consent to be jerked off on.
No. The whole point of
Right?
it is that Shinji's not a good person. The whole point of it is that's a commentary on mental illness and Christianity, a lot of other stuff. There's like some deep philosophical things in Evangelion. That's like no, like look up documentaries about the making of it. Like the dude had a mental breakdown during the production of the TV show, and
just shitting on anime right now.
I mean it though. Like there's some really good, fascinating documentaries you can watch in the making of it.
He clearly.
No, I'll look.
Oh my god!
And that's and that's perfectly fine to have. Is I should check those out because one of my good friends is really into it and he recommended it. Bought the DVDs when they came out, like loaned them to me, and he's like, "You're gonna love it." And I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, they did the Rebuild films, which are like a remake of the original series, and plus like an extended sequel to it.
Is it better?
It depends on your perspective on it. Some people like it better than the TV show and the end of Evangelion movie. Some people don't, but it's like they just had the final film 4.44.
Okay, I just
end of Evangelion Rebuild.
But Jack Ripper right there.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna trigger Jack real quick.
Oh no!
What's my favorite Indiana Jones movie? Temple of Doom. It's Temple of Doom is my favorite Indiana Jones
film in general, though.
But my favorite film of all time is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay, you just said the same movie, right? Okay,
no, they're not the same movie. They're not the same movie. They're the same series.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Wait.
Temple is the sequel. And
Temple
Raiders,
is the sequel with Short Round and Willie.
Yeah, that a lot of people like to crap on unfairly, in my opinion.
I finally have a question for you because I can finally ask you this. Do you just mean like you think that one is more true to the character of Indiana Jones? Is that what you mean when you say that?
No, I just like the movie better. I like the adventure. Like I grew up watching it more.
Oh no, I'm asking. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I get.
Yeah, that's so because the movie came out in '84. I was 2. And so I ended up watching it a bunch on VHS when it came out. Like I remember my mom renting it a bunch. I watched it a hell of a lot when I was a kid, and that was always kind of my go-to. It's kind of like my favorite Star Wars as a kid was Return of the Jedi because of the Ewoks, because I was a fucking kid.
Yeah,
True. But then it's like, then as an adult, my favorite is Empire because this is the better movie. Whereas Indiana Jones, the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first one, is my all-time favorite film because it's perfect in my mind.
You know what I think the most controversial fucking part of Evangelion was when Shinji robbed a bank and said, "I hate black people and I'm using a boomerang because I hate minorities."
There we go. That sounds like something that would.
Can we get back because I want to hear Jarbo's answers to why you think anime is going to destroy Western civilization?
I was shit posting, RJ. I was shit posting.
I think you genuinely believe that.
No, I don't think that. I have more concern. I have a greater concern over the heavy amount of like step family porn on Pornhub influencing people than I do about anime.
Mm-hmm.
All right, like look, anime is.
Why do you hate anime?
I don't hate anime. I just like pissing off weebs. All right. Okay. One of my coworkers.
Weebs is a very scary thing to do.
It totally is. It's dude. I've gone to cons. I've been to Comic-Con. All right. Like I was in line once to use the ATM, and this my friend and I were talking, and I said something like, I said manga, and she turns around and she goes, "It's pronounced manga," and I'm like, "It's pronounced cunt."
Whoa.
No, I didn't say that. I thought about it though. And then but then we're like, okay, cool, whatever, thanks. And then we're talking, and then my friend says something about an anime, and she turns around and she corrects him. Right? She just corrects him again. And we're like, who the fuck are you? And it's just there is a level of entitlement that a lot of weebs don't realize that they fucking have.
Well, okay.
And it's true.
It's called manga.
Well, oh my god.
God! But it's also called. Is it called anime? Why not go back? Why not call it Japanime or Japanimation, which is what it was originally known as?
Look, here's the point.
So it's like if you're gonna devolve a term, like go back to its origins then.
It used to be very niche, and that's the thing.
Can we at least all agree that the Quartering who's complaining about Cowboy Bebop and Nerdrotic probably have never actually watched the original show whatsoever?
I've only seen the movie, but I did dig the movie. I think
a lot of people, like a lot
really
of talking heads on YouTube, they complain about adaptations that they've never seen the originals to. Like
Nerdrotic in Nerdrotic's review of Masters of the Universe Revelation, he straight up says in the first like 30 seconds, "I never watched He-Man as a kid. I only watched it recently to prepare for this review." he went into it wanting to shit on it, is my point.
Well, I'll at least give them that they admitted at the start of the video, because a lot of people don't even have that fucking much courtesy. But yeah, like, you know, it's a really good example. Thundercats. How many people do you think didn't watch the fucking Thundercats, but they were still bitching about the reboot, which looked terrible, by the way.
It was horrible. It was horrible. And I'm a Thundercats fan, and like I wasn't like a dick like some people were.
Is that the CalArts version of Thundercats?
Thundercats Roar. Thundercats
Oh
Roar.
my god, I really hate Teen Titans Go. That whole style just makes me want to like die.
Well, the thing is that Cartoon Network saw that
either, but it grew on me because it wasn't meant to be serious at all, and that's why it grew
yeah,
on me.
but Cartoon Network. But the problem is that Cartoon Network saw that Teen Titans Go was ahead. It became their version of SpongeBob, to where it played like 24/7 on the network. Like, let's make every show like this now. Then it fucking ruined everything.
That's how we got the Powerpuff Girls reboot, which was terrible and disrespectful.
Well, my thing is the Teen Titans Go. The reason why I originally thought the same thing, it looks like crap because I'm so used to the good Teen Titans show they had. But the reason why I'm okay with Teen Titans Go is because, again, it's not meant to be taken seriously. They do have funny moments and episodes, like when they did that whole episode where they were basically like going into like their old versions of themselves, like the Good Show. They're like, oh my god, why don't we look like that anymore? That's us. Like, it was a
cool
sure,
that was tongue in cheek and that was funny. Yeah, I will say that.
So they have their moments where it's fun, and I can understand why they took that direction, because at least they didn't just let Teen Titans die. Because I personally would have rather them continued that animated show that they had going, because it was amazing. But at the same time, like, they weren't gonna just let it die.
Well, now we have Titans, because we have two Titans shows going on, right?
Perhaps it's okay. Perhaps it's okay sometimes to just let something die.
I do agree with that. Sometimes it is better off.
We're still waiting for you two, Jarbo. So I mean,
that's okay. Diabetes is coming.
You know, I think it's a good example of that. Back to the Future.
Foot.
Like, we haven't gotten a reboot of Back to the Future.
No.
I hope we never do.
Wait, get a remake of what?
I was just trying to give an example of something that's like better off, like as a closed story, and I brought up Back to the Future. I think it's better off. Like, we haven't gotten a reboot of Back to the Future. I don't think we ever will. Doesn't seem like I mean, maybe one day, but like, I hope not. Yeah, you know.
No. Robert Zemeckis, Bob Gale, everyone who's ever worked on Back to the Future said, we're taking the rights with us to our graves. We were like, even after we die. Yeah, they said even after we die, we don't want anyone touching these movies.
Good.
But here's the thing with that though, they're totally gonna touch those movies. Like, they will find a way. They will find a way to either like to reboot it or whatever under like maybe a different name or
they'll make it a cartoon.
Maybe they'll make it. Yeah, they'll be like, they'll call it like, you know, like Back to the Futures, and it's a multiverse movie.
Oh no.
Because Universal needs a multiverse film to compete with everybody else.
Superhuman says we just have Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Superhuman's right. I think Rick and Morty would be the closest thing to a Back to the Future, and I really like Rick and Morty.
Did you guys ever see the original Rick and Morty cartoon?
It was
The Adventures of Doc and Marty.
So bad.
It was so bad. It was. I remember when I was in LA, I'd heard about Channel 101. I really wish I would have gone to it. I never did, but I really wish I would have gone.
Matt, if you ever feel bad about anything that you've made in the past like that, like, you know, just don't, because one day you could make your own fucking Rick.
Have you guys ever? Did you guys ever see the Adventures the Hillbilly Hunting? The Adventures of Jimmy and Earl?
No.
Oh, I've made horrible things.
Oh my god!
Imagine me in a wife beater. Talking like I'm a redneck out there with my best friend. We're out there hunting goth kids. I'm not kidding you. Shot it in 05.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like 17 minutes.
I don't want to think about you in a wife beater, especially because, like, didn't you used to be like really overweight back then?
I am still overweight.
Yeah,
but my titties have shrunk, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, back then not so much.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Back then it's like you could have put me in a wet t-shirt contest and I would have won.
No.
Matted fur and everything. I'm like,
jiggly. All right. So, I think I'll save the other shit I was going to talk about for another time.
I got to get going anyway. I got to get my kids up from their nap.
Yeah. Thanks everyone.
Revolver's like Jarbo posted cringe. Oh, dude, 100%.
Thanks for coming to trigger all the anime fans.
Hold on real quick. The Superhuman says, didn't you make videos with the racist puppet bear?
Oh my god.
So that is the worst thing I've ever made. Thank you.
Polar bear.
Thank you. The polar bear thing is the worst thing I've ever done. And I regret it immensely. The hillbilly hunting is simply, it is above it, but like the cringe factor is off the chart.
I'm going to just say this in Matt's defense. He was young, dumb, and stupid. People make mistakes. It's not the end of the world. It's what you should judge people for what they do now, what they've done, and they're still entitled to talk about things that they disagree with, even if they've done it in the past. As long as they're not doing it now, I think it's valid that he's allowed to have his opinions, especially since he was somebody who did. See, here's the thing. I've done my share of dirt in the past, and that's why I'm the best person to judge, because I've been there, seen it, done it. So I think
Matt's allowed to have his
say.
opinions on everything, except for having his favorite Indiana Jones movie be different from his favorite
Except for
movie.
bears. He's not allowed to have any opinions on polar bears.
Oh my god.
What about brown bears?
But wait, hold on. But I want polar bears to survive because they're an endangered species. Why are you anti-polar bear? I mean, maybe in my own terrible way, I was trying to draw awareness to their plight. Their horrible, racist plight.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, Jarbo. Go wake up.
So kidding. Oh my god.
Take care of your fam, Jarbo.
Oh my god, Jarbo, you're
Christ.
a hot mess.
I am just trying to have fun and make and I'm making fun of myself a lot with this because it's terrible stuff. But no, this was fun. This was always kind of fun to joke around in the middle of the day.
Man.
This got crazier than a Hollywood After Dark stream, so that's good.
Well, you triggered weebs. What did you expect?
Well,
it's so much fun to trigger.
You're not hosting your own shit, so it's easier to be a bit more casual, and you're not focused on like hosting a show.
Well, this is why I just like talking. Why I just like I hate organizing a show. I really do.
Oh, me
I
too.
just like to let's talk about this shit right here, and then like let's just kind of joke around because that's a lot of fun. But I'll be on tonight around 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for all that shit. I got to go finish up Podio commentary on Mario Bros. And I'll check you fools later.
You have a good night, dude, or good evening. All right, well, that was a fun fucking time. I want to thank you both for joining me as well. I'll have your channels linked in the description, and I'll go and do that afterwards. I'll link yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you both for hopping on, and thanks to everyone who watched as well. I appreciate every single one of you. Drop a like if you like this shit. I'm sure you guys know that, but it never hurts to give a reminder. If you really like this shit, you guys know there's a fucking Patreon, there's a Discord server. You guys can get involved in the community however the fuck you want. But until next time, I'm going to be seeing you guys tomorrow. I'll cover all the fucking shit I was going to cover today that I didn't cover. I wanted to mostly keep this like a media stream. It was fun to do something a little bit different. Just talk about that type of shit for a while. But all right, guys. Thank you guys for joining. And as always, stay toasty. Bye.
Bye.